You hear that? That's the awkward silence of a family dinner after you just got caught vaping. Most vapes contain high levels of nicotine and disappointment. Brought to you by The Real Cost and the FDA.
This episode is brought to you by Kia's first three-row all-electric SUV, the Kia EV9, with available all-wheel drive and seating for up to 7 adults, with a 0 to 60 speed that thrills you 1 minute, and available reclining lounge seats that unwind you the next. Visit kia.com/EV9 to learn more. Ask your Kia dealer for availability. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on, I'm going to call it the fall of GameStops, because I honestly think that company is falling. I think that it's fallen under. But I honestly, if there is a possible way for GameStops to like somehow, some way acquire like old video games, I think that would skyrocket GameStops to wherever they're at right now. Because look, when I go into a GameStops, it seems like that they have more accessories than video games. And I remember like back during the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 2 era, bro, hundreds upon hundreds. It was unheard of to get anything else outside of video games. And it just seems like now you'll see those bobbleheads, you'll see a lightsaber, you'll see some other accessories, you'll see wallets, bro, socks, like the shirts and the hoodies. Okay, yeah, I can see that. But it's like, fam, they literally have everything else besides video games. And if they do have video games, it seems like, at least with Xbox, a lot of the games that you can buy in a GameStops, most likely it's either gonna come out on the Xbox Game Pass or it's already out on the Xbox Game Pass. So it just seems like it's pointless to me to even buy an Xbox game. And then with PlayStation, it's like, PlayStation, I feel like if you have their like online service and stuff, then because with me, I'm not using their online, or not online, but their service, like their version of the Xbox Game Pass, like their PlayStation Plus. I'm not using it. The only reason why I still got my PlayStation is because I got friends there that have a PlayStation account, and then I also wanted to play the Marvel Spider-Man 2 on there and stuff. So that's, if the Marvel Spider-Man 2 game wouldn't have been out, or if the Spider-Man games probably didn't even exist, I probably wouldn't even have a PlayStation right now. So yeah, I'm like, shout out to Spider-Man. But I mean, yeah, I guess, but that's the thing though. I'm like, yeah, if you're there, I guess more so for Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4 and 5 games, then that'll probably be the only. But other than that, it's like the Xbox section, I feel like eventually it's going to get to a point in time where they're all like, we're just going to wipe out that section, because a lot of the games that you can play or buy here, you very well can get if you just got a subscription service. And a lot of games nowadays require online, even if it is a single player game. That's the trippy part about it. There's some single player games, or at least games with single player features, that you still need an online or account that, Xbox Game Pass or Gold or whatever you want to call it. You still have to have that in order to play some games out there. And I'm like, that's just crazy, bro. I don't get stuff like that. So yeah, I'm like, but that's the thing though. That's because I feel like I kind of just got a little distracted. But no, I honestly, truly do believe that if GameStops start selling PlayStation 1, 2, 3, Xbox, PSP, what else? Xbox, the original Xbox games, Xbox 360, what else? Well, yeah, Xbox One games, they might as well, be the same thing and stuff. But anyways, but no, it's like if they were Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, like all of the games that we played when we were younger, bruh, if they were to sell those games till this day, I guarantee and I promise you, GameStops would not be falling under. But it was like, why did they get rid? And the thing is this, because that's something that I remember a GameStop's employee telling me, and it's like, fam, then if that's the case, then there was no reason to get rid of games, even if it was a licensing issues. But if if GameStop's is supposed to be a pawn shop store, right? I remember a GameStop's employee telling me that before, where GameStop's is like a video game pawn shop. So why did you guys get rid of so many games that I could have possibly still been playing till this day? But it's like, fam, to me, it's just because what you can't get no Xbox 360 at no GameStops. Hold on for a second. Let me open up the GameStop's website. If you could get an Xbox 360, or no, you know what? No, let's just PlayStation 2. Let's see if you could buy a PlayStation 2 from. Nope, they don't have nothing. The only thing that they're showing is PlayStation 3 games, but you cannot buy a PlayStation 2. All right, let's see original Xbox. Let's see if you could get the original Xbox. You could get Xbox One, but you can't get the original Xbox. Now imagine if GameStop was like, you know what, we're gonna start selling the original Xbox. But that's the thing though, where it's all like, I guess like if people have them and then they're all like, oh, I don't know what to, do with them and things, and then they just trade them in for, whatever condition that they're in and stuff. Because I'm pretty sure there's people out there that exist where they got then that's another thing where it's like, okay, so like let's say for an example, if there's a GameStop's in New York and somebody has let's say like one of the original God of War games, right? They sell it to GameStops, get however much money they gonna get for it and stuff. Maybe if it's in good condition, then they get a little bit. Well, yeah, that's usually how it goes and stuff. But yeah, it's like, I'm pretty sure if they were to start taking that stuff in, right? Bro, and then have it set up where it's like, okay, so like if that person in New York has the original God of War game and I want it, and I'm like, oh, well then they have it on the GameStop's website. I'll just order it through that. They ship it, all that, and then they, of course, they might, I don't know, do they get like paid for like shipping and handling and stuff? Regardless, it's like if they were to have it where it's like you can even do stuff like that, bro. I'm telling you, because like, no, think about it. Think of like a sneaker website, right? Think of like goat.com. Now, imagine if GOAT was just only selling shoes that came out this year. Do you think that they would be a successful website? No, they wouldn't. That's why you'll just go on there and you'll see a pair of shoes that came out in 1985, or a pair of shoes that came out even 1995, pair of shoes that came out in 2005, 2015, and then gonna probably be a pair of shoes that come out in 2025 that's gonna be on that GOAT website. Now, and that's something to where I was like, I never had understood that. Like, when I walked into GameStops and just seen all of their Xbox 360 games were gone. I think I remember that, too. Like, when there was a day where I went in there and they had, like, a small little section. They went from having a whole wall to a small little section, and I'm thinking to myself, bruh, instead of having all these like random, maybe they should, because I'm like, you guys still got like that back area, or even if you could like need to expand, because there's this one GameStops where I'm like, bro, they could have had it where it could have been the GameStops that was there was two GameStops, and that's probably why they had to get rid of that location, because it was like, you guys got rid of good games. But so no, and then that's another thing where I'm like, if that's what they did to those games, bro, nah, then yeah, GameStop doesn't deserve to be a business. But anyways, no, that's the idea that I wanted to have if this GameStop still would have been around. But so in this, there was these two GameStop stores that I go to. They have the one that's still in the mall, and then they had another one that was outside the mall. Why they got rid of the one outside the mall, and that was the bigger location, I have no, well, actually, no, they did switch it, but like to another location down the street. So it's there, but it's just like, some distance down the road and stuff. But anyways, but no, what they should have did was have it where that one in the mall, where, yeah, that's the one that sells, like, all of the accessories, like lightsabers and bobbleheads and other, things from video games. But they should have had it where it was that GameStop's, the bigger location where they sold nothing but video games. And I'm saying, it's like, instead of having it where these games are, like, laying flat, instead of, like, no, they should have had it where these games were sideways so they could have made more room, but they would do that. They'll have it where some games was, like, laying, but they should have had it where that GameStop's was set up like a Blockbusters. Bro, remember how Blockbusters used to be, where it's like you would literally walk a lap? That's how I would do it. You would walk a lap through so many VHS tapes, DVDs. I'm saying, bro, you could not tell me that Blockbusters, if somebody were to tell me that they went into Blockbusters and they didn't have their movie, it's like probably because it was a popular movie and they just didn't have no more copies. But I guarantee and I promise you, Blockbusters at one point in time, probably at the prime state of Blockbusters being Blockbusters, they had every movie that existed from probably the very first movie to ever get created all the way up until the last movie that was created at the prime time of Blockbusters. Why isn't GameStop's like that? It confuses the life out of me that you guys call yourself GameStops. You call yourself a video game store, yet I've been in other stores where they got games in there that's worth buying. Like, there's this one store I remember that was in, I don't know if it's still in there. I think when I last went to that, Tacoma Mall, they didn't have that store in there, but they did have this one store where they sold, retro games. And I'm like, fam, if they had, then there was another store that also sold retro games. And I was like, fam, I don't even think that store is even around anymore. Hold on for a second. That store is, Game Lobster. Oh, did they switch? No, they're permanently closed. Dang, bruh. That is messed up. I knew that they were closed too because I was like, when every time when I go past that place, they were, that place, it is closed. Let's see. Yup. Hold on for a second. Can they have, because I'm like currently on the maps, kind of like zoom in. Yeah, they still got like the sign and stuff up, but because I'm going through Google Maps. But no, yeah, there was this one store, and I was like, bruh, it's probably good that store did close down. But I'm like, it's also upsetting because I'm like, fam, I think they had Xbox 360s. I know they had PlayStation 3s because that's what I was gonna do. Because there was this one game that I really wanted to play, and it was a game that I was doing everything that I possibly could to find and get that game. And of course, GameStop's, that was like one of the first places that I think I hit check to see if they had that game. And it was like, of course, they don't have no more Xbox 360 games. So it was like, all right, well, GameStop's is written off the list. And I had to go on Amazon and get this game for like $50, even though it was a game that came out years ago. And I'm like, that game should have been, my thing is this. And it's like, even if that would have been the case where they had to do that, where they had to like raise the prices because they're all like, okay, well, we know these games are valuable. They've probably, it's like, we'll probably trade them in for like $5-10 or something, but it's like sell them for like, $15 or $20 and things because you guys know that it's a retro game and stuff. So yeah, it's like make a little bit money off of it, but it's like to get rid of all of the games. And so though, this is what I actually another thing that I wanted to talk on, and that was something where I'm like, fam, if that's what they did to those Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, all of these games where you guys could have made hard-earned money off of it, right? I remember a while back, there was this video and they showed this GameStop's employee throwing away video games. Rather than just giving them away, he's throwing them away. Why? Fam, I would have taken those games. I might have not had the consoles to play them, but I 100% would have taken them. And that don't make no sense to me where it's like, you guys, there's so much money that y'all, if that was the case, there's so much money that you guys just threw away. There's so much money that you guys just threw away. And that's why I honestly think that GameStop's is just falling under because it's like it comes off as like, well, I guess, at the same time, it's like developers, they don't really particularly care. So it's like when you got developers out there that don't really particularly care, it's like, and then I'm like, I know I'm not going to want to buy a game where the developers don't care. So I think if developers, they start treating their games a little bit more seriously, GameStop's were to bring in old retro games, I'm telling you, there would be no way possible for GameStop's to fail. Because let's just see how much money they made last year. How much money did GameStop's make in 2020? Nope, that's too many twos. Way too many twos. Okay. Generated net sales of $5.9 billion compared to $6 billion in 2021. Dang, GameStop's is making money. Huh. I thought they were going broke. I was like, all right, well, I guess, everything that I just said was pointless because I'm like, no, GameStop's, they're actually making money. So, but I feel like that they could have been making more though. I feel like that's something where I'm like, I would rather go, because I know somebody, if they were to ask me that question, what GameStop's would I rather go into? A GameStop's that was like 10, 15 years ago, or a GameStop's now? GameStop's 100% 10, 15 years ago. Because a GameStop's now, it's like, I honestly feel like you just walk in there just to talk to the employees. Like, that's the only reason to walk into a GameStop's. Other than that, fam, to me, there's no, I'll go in there. Like, if there's a game that I don't trust playing, then I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll go in there and buy it on disc. If I see it somewhere else, now I'll buy it on disc or something. And then if I don't like it, then yeah, trade it in at GameStop's and just get some in-store credit to maybe, I don't know, I guess if a hoodie or a t-shirt is looking kind of nice, I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll use that in-store credit to do that and things. But it's like, I just don't see the need for, like, you know, anything, because it's just, yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, if they just sold old video games, I'm like, because that's somewhere I'm like, because no, the reason why is because that's something that I was looking at. I was looking at emulators. And I was all like, bro, I wanted to, because there is this like old Super Nintendo emulator that they have, and I don't really trust it. And I'm all like, if there was one that came from Nintendo themselves, I'm like, okay, I would trust it. But this one, it's like from some random company and things. I'm like, I don't know. And plus, you guys got some bad ratings, so I kind of unsure if I should buy it from you guys or not. I'm debating on it, but I'm like, it'd just be upsetting if I buy it and the thing's broken or something, or it stops messing up after some time and I can't even get my money back. So that's why I'm like, I'm kind of iffy about buying that. But I'm like, and then on top of that, I have one of these old PlayStation 1 classics, and I'm like, bro, this thing should have so many more video games. I'm saying that's something that, all right, so this is my idea. If GameStops ain't gonna do it, then Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, all these like brands and companies out there, especially Nintendo with all the games and devices that y'all had throughout the years. But no, what they should have is that even if it's on some stuff where it's like, it might be, no, they should just have it where it's like, you can, buy the games. I'm like, just have it where you can, buy the games for like maybe what, $10, $20 or something. You know, if it's like some old games. So like, for an example, like Xbox, and they got all these classic Xbox games that, you know, they're not on. Because there's this one game that I have that I bought from that game store, and I can't even play it because it's not optimized for the Xbox. And I'm like, bro, that's why I kind of wish like I would have had an Xbox 360. How much are Xbox 360s though? Let me go on, because I have Amazon open. Where my package at? It's still out for delivery. All right, let's see. Xbox, not 350, 360. Yeah, it's like, bro, I'm not trying to spend no $268 because that's around the price of they do have like some other ones that are cheaper and things, but yeah, it's like that's just something where I'm like, I don't know, bro. I'm like, it's debatable, but at the same time, I'm like, I would rather just have it where I'd rather just have it where it's like Xbox, or even if Xbox were to do like some apps on there where it has like an emulator and you can play like the old Xbox 360 games. But it's like, if they ain't got that, then it's like I'm just stuck with games, and it's like, bro, it's kind of upsetting because I'm like, fam, I really want to play me some old games, because games today, I'm gonna tell you this right now, they don't hit like how the old games used to hit. So but yeah, man, I just miss them old video games, and it's just messed up where it's like, you know, you can't really do nothing with them anymore. So I don't know, man. But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. And if you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Follow me across all social media platforms at TMossBoss. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.